Monday off. Wait, what am I? Oh, I was pressed the wrong button again. There you go.
I almost paused it.
It's like, dude, I'm the worst with it. Yeah, so I had Monday off, and like, it was weird because I only found out I had Monday off on Friday. I was like, oh, well, what am I gonna do now? Normally I would have like taken off for the weekend or
done something,
gone to national park or something, but I didn't really have that, so I thought, I'll just do stuff around the house or maybe go to like event. So there was like a beer event thing going on, and so I went to that on Sunday, and then Saturday. I don't even remember what today is. And then, so like Saturday, I just like dude, I'll tell you what I did. I went cleaning. All right. So
you were
cleaning. You went cleaning.
You're being
this is your wacky,
Sean.
Crazy weekend.
Dude,
you
were
cleaning.
Adulting.
So some people like to go down to the grocery store and they like, look at all the food things. Like, oh, look at all the stuff I get. Dude, I'll go to the cleaning aisle. I'm like, oh, look at all these detergents.
Oh my god,
what the fuck is wrong with you, dude?
I've ever heard in my life.
I actually this weekend I cleaned my faucet because it was acting up, so it had like all this scale and stuff. So I had to soak that in some vinegar, clean that up. Faucet's working great now. This apartment's going to be in a better shape when I leave than when I got here. I'll be honest. And then I figured out why my dishwasher sucks now. So you'd wash your dishes and then there's like the residue, like scale residue, like lime scale. I had run out of the little extra thing, the little shiny thing.
The shiny thing.
Called. There's like an extra little compartment in the dishwasher door, and you fill it up with this like rinse and shine stuff, which makes the water not stick to the glasses as much. And I run out of that.
Fancy dishwashers.
Yeah,
I gotta
this
say,
is not
I
a
do not
fancy
have
dishwasher.
this. I do not have this.
This is probably
technology.
maybe a step up from Colton's, which is probably the most basic.
Mine's just like throws water. It's dirty when it comes out of the dishwasher. Honestly, it's like scuffed up and stuff. Yeah,
I don't have many options. I have like a long or like a short wash cycle, and that's it.
Wait, here's a question: does yours have the turn knob or is it a button one? Because that's the real difference. If you have the button one,
the turn knob has been around since like the last 30 years. What are you talking about?
Yeah,
my old apartment had that.
I have a turn knob. Yeah,
exactly. Yeah,
really.
So the shittiest one. That's why I asked.
It's a button,
yeah. Because if it's the shittiest one, it's going to have a turn knob.
Okay. Well, mine's probably like slightly lower than mid range, let's say. And it has a little thing that you put this extra fluid in, and then it just uses it for the next 30, 20 cycles or whatnot. And it makes the things nice and shiny. The glass is nice and shiny. So that was driving me crazy for a couple weeks, but I finally figured that out. I don't know what else I'm doing. I was just all over the place this weekend. And then today I went to like this new shopping mall just to check it out. Like see what's going on. It's supposed to be like the shopping mall in the area.
Oh, yeah.
Ooh, fancy.
Wow.
Like a bunch of little waterfalls throughout it, whatnot.
Oh, wow.
I went and got some new shoes. I was telling Michael I got some dress shoes.
Got some new drip. Yeah. We'd love to see it.
It was good. And I saw these nice shirts, but they weren't my size, and I was kind of bummed.
Do you have to wear specific? Because do you have to like do big and tall, or like just tall shirts, or what?
I usually just do medium, but if they have a slim fit, then I'll do that.
Okay.
The slim fit.
It really depends.
Absolutely.
That usually fits me better.
Yeah.
I didn't have it. It's a shame.
Bummer.
I did also wear. I'm not wearing it anymore, but I was wearing the shirt that Colton got us. First time today.
Got you guys some true drip. Yeah.
I know, right?
Merry Christmas.
It is weirdly big though, isn't it?
Yeah.
For like a medium.
It is weirdly big.
I was like, so I for those viewers who don't know, I got Mike and Sean a shirt from one of our favorite other podcasts. That it was merch from them. Got that for them for Christmas. It finally came in July. Because I don't know this.
Oh man,
how it happened. I guess
rough.
Really bad shipping. Yeah, but
Christmas in July, baby.
Yeah, Christmas in July. Yeah, but yeah, the shirts were way bigger than I'm used to. It's like looks like an XL on me, to be honest. But
yeah,
it's
it feels like at least a large.
Yeah, it's 100%.
Just run it through some really hot water.
Yeah,
dishwasher or not the dishwasher.
Dishwasher. Just throw it in
the dishwasher real quick.
Yeah.
Honestly, though, it kind of grew on me a little bit, like because I'm like, this is drip, and drip's a little oversized, right? I don't know. Is it? I don't know.
it?
I don't know. It depends on the drip. If you're on like streetwear, maybe one size bigger.
Yeah. It feels like true streetwear, whereas I do have a lot of slim fit stuff. So I don't know. I didn't like it at first, but it was kind of growing on me as I was wearing it around the house and stuff. So I'll keep wearing it. I'll keep wearing it.
It's a good material.
Sizing,
though.
Sizing in general is super weird.
Sizing is,
yeah.
Like I'm getting to the point where I just want to get everything tailored.
Yeah, honestly. Sometimes,
just because I don't want to have to deal with like something that doesn't fit very well.
Yeah, sometimes finding that like perfect shirt in the perfect size, you have to like go through like 10, 12 brands just to find it. Is just annoying.
Yeah.
That's why I latch on to brands so much now.
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah, I'm starting to do the same thing. Like that's why like a couple of the shirts that I had when I was at AX, like that's just a brand that I really like now. I think it's Untuck It.
Yeah.
Is the name of the brand. Yeah. And they have a size that just fits me really well. I'm like, all right, this is what I'm going to buy, even though the shirt's like
good material, good size, but yeah.
Yeah.
You just have to
fantastic.
You just have to pay for it, which sucks.
But I've like sometimes I'll just go to Kohl's or shit like that, or like your classic Target, whatever. And it's like, oh, sometimes the mediums will fit. You just gotta like find that right brand.
Yeah,
right? It's like, it's a cheap $10, $20 t-shirt.
Yeah,
pants easier to find for a fit for me.
Yeah,
like, it's surprising because you're very thin, you're very lean, and you're tall. So,
but they're more controlled.
I usually have to do. I need to do like a longer pant size than normal. Like 32 by 32 is pretty common, right? But I need to do 32s by like 33 or 34.
You have to do 32s? That's surprising. I thought you were going to be a 30, 34 would be my initial.
What are you talking about? That's like in between what you just said.
No, 30.
No, 30 so
waist.
30 and 34. Yeah. I thought you were going to be longer.
Oh.
And
you thought I was gonna be skinnier than I was.
Yeah.
I'm not that skinny anymore. I have
I feel that I've grown a little bit,
dude.
I have 32s now.
My favorite pant size is 31, and that's just not like saving anyone.
Right?
That's not helping anyone.
Yeah.
No one sells that.
Yeah, it's like, oh, I love these pants, but 31s are just perfect. Like 32, I need a belt. I want a belt. 30s work, but it's like kind of squishing me a little bit. I need a 31, man. I just need
like
that
for the
31.
first time in as long as I've been alive. I sat down. I had a pair of 30 pants. They'd been washed a couple times. Sat down, button flies off.
Oh,
like,
really?
Excuse me. What the fuck?
Man.
30? I think it's because they're a little high
crazy.
and they hit my I have like a little bit of chub, like a little bit of belly, and they hit that and it goes pop and just flew right off. I'm like, excuse me, what?
Wow. Okay.
So I don't have any extra like fat at all. Like literally, like the
widest
part is my hips. Like the bone of it. So that's just
you must have like 5% body fat.
I want to do like one of those machines that gives you the total accurate measurement because I think that would be really fun.
5%'s a little low. Sean would be like really ripped if it was 5%.
Hey now.
Hey, I'm not saying you're not strong, Sean, but 5%'s like freaking nuts. Sean's definitely like 10%, I think.
10%. That's probably normal.
Yeah. No, that's not
probably 17 or 18.
That's 10% is above average, I guess, in leanness.
Yeah,
I believe.
Or below average.
So I think 15 is average.
You're more like muscle. You're better than average, I guess. Better than average, I would say. If you're going for leanness, in terms of leanness, yeah. But I haven't done one of those things in forever. I kind of want to do one too.
My previous company had because it was like a medical company, you had they had a not a pharmacy, but like a place to get your physical done and everything and some blood work and things on site. So you could just go and get all these measurements taken and whatnot.
That's pretty awesome.
Nice.
I don't have that anymore.
No,
but I never really use it. I don't go to the doctor or do anything like that. So it's kind of wasted on me.
Yeah.
Yeah, I do need to use my benefits more because it's like, copay is like $10, whatever. And it's like, for instance, I haven't been to the dentist in like 3 years, and I have to I pay for it. So fuck, I need to go to the dentist because I'm paying for it right now.
I've been to the dentist in forever, and it's like I want to go to the dentist, but I just keep forgetting about it, and I just never want to schedule the appointment. That's just says something about me, and I know it's not good. But I want to get blood work done. I don't need it done, but it's like I feel like I should. I should get all these things like checked out.
I don't want to do it because then they'll tell me something's wrong and then I'm gonna have to pay more.
I don't think, but what if they like save your life?
Yeah, but kind of just want to. I don't want to see it coming.
Right?
If I know it's coming,
you have no fear of the unknown. You're just
yeah. They're like, all right, you're dead in 2 years. All right, or you're dead in 2 weeks. Sorry, not 2 years.
Yeah, I wouldn't know. I'd be totally fine.
Yeah. Honestly, though, one of the things I've been really wanting to do is like I want to get my skin cancer like checks. Like I think they're easy to do.
Get skin cancer.
That's not a bad check.
Well, I feel like it's so under the radar. Like everyone's like, yeah, it just like pops out of nowhere. And I get moles and stuff. I want to get them checked out.
I really need to do that actually because I have a history of that in my family, and I have tons of moles, and I'm super pale. So it's something I should actually do.
I've heard it's like that. They like burn it out of you. Like I had a guy at work that used to he gets checks yearly or something, and I think they just burn it or something. They like burn
they usually scrape it. It really depends on the doctor what they prefer to do it. They'll numb the area and like cut out the mole essentially.
Woo.
I've had several of those done on me.
Really?
Yeah.
Do they just
sometimes they freeze it, sometimes they burn it. Like it really depends, and some leave more marks than others. So if it's in an area that you're like all right, under your eye, I don't want to have a scar there, then you have to go to someone special to make sure they actually do it correctly.
So almost like a plastic surgeon at that point.
Yeah, kind of.
So
interesting.
It's a bit annoying.
This is why I need insurance.
Yeah.
Do you not have insurance?
I technically don't, but there's a special way I can, if I do get in the hospital, that I can get insurance.
I guess you are between jobs.
I can get insurance before I get billed for it, which is something I'll talk about when I start talking about my stories.
In California, if you don't have a job, like if you've had a job and you are in between jobs, you still are covered. It's like a legal thing.
Is it like
you're covered up to a certain amount of many months after you don't have a job?
Yeah, I got like a Cobra thing, so I just have to pay like 4 times what I usually pay. But you can start it late. Like you can start it like I still have 60 or I have like 30 days to say, hey, I want to start my insurance. And then after I say I want to start it, I don't even have to pay for it. Like Cobra lets you elect it and then just not pay for it. And then if you don't pay for it, you just don't get billed for it. So if you're never in the hospital, you just never have to pay for it. So it's kind of like nice in that way. If you just take 2-month breaks. So
that's cool. All right. Well, I'm going to intro us. Welcome to Almost a Podcast. This is your host, Mike, and I'm joined with my 2 lads, Colton and Sean Boy.
Welcome, guests.
What up?
Hey.
Hang 10.
Welcome, viewers.
All that good stuff.
Yeah, we'd chat already, but thought I'd intro us before we got too deep into our topics here.
Yeah, the goal is always to like get the intro in like the first 20 minutes, I feel like. Sometimes we just start going. It's like, oh, okay.
But here's what one like controversial topic. I don't know. I feel like I like doing the intro like in a little bit, right? Because like it gives you like to like a little bit of lead up. You could just like have fun
no pressure.
and then
no pressure.
Yeah.
Well, we normally just have like have a just a chat before, and then sometimes we just cut it right at the intro depending on what we do. But
yeah,
I feel that's what most people do. No, I don't know.
I actually like doing it right out there. It's like if I'm gonna talk about something, I'll just do it. I don't know why. That's just me. Both ways are great.
Both are
goal-oriented.
Acceptable.
Both are acceptable. What do you think viewers like? I don't know.
Yeah. Give us your thoughts.
Give us your thoughts. What do you like?
Yeah, this is almost a podcast anyway, so it's kind of scuffed from the get-go anyway.
Oh yeah.
Dude, I have some of these candies here still. Dude, I have these yuzu candies.
Oh, dude, those things are the best.
Those are the Japanese things. Those are like aren't those like 3 months, 4 months old? Those are the sucker candies we got from
they're hard candy. They never go bad.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, they're kind of sticking together. Hold on.
Nice.
Dude,
they're good. They're good. Yeah.
They're slightly melted.
From those, they're from those subscribed Japanese boxes. And honestly, I have like a lot of the Jello that comes in those. You guys remember getting all that Jello?
I just throw them away.
They're so sus, honestly.
Straight up into the trash can.
It's like a packet of Jello about like what 2 inches, 3 inches tall, and like an inch wide.
It's way too big.
And
like,
it's got
who eats that much in one serving?
It's got like stuff in it. It's got like pineapple in it or like a flower in it. I'm just like, it's cool. It looks it looks good. It looks cool. But I'm just like, it's not Jello. It liquefies way too easy. It like turns into water. It's like, oh.
Yeah, it's gross.
Yeah, it's a little cringe, but the yuzu candies were really good. I remember. I might still have them too. I gave you shit for it,
They
but
just
I
have some
might
pineapple
actually still
ones
have
too.
them too. Those are good.
Phenomenal.
Yeah. We should do that.
But,
We've done 2 snack tasting podcasts. We should probably do a third, except you guys aren't.
Yeah,
subscribed to the box
I'm
anymore.
not subscribed anymore.
We should try a different type of box.
Oh,
try
different
like
box.
British snacks or
Oh God,
Canadian foods or something like
Canadian
that.
food. Is it just
foods.
maple syrup?
Maple syrup. That's like 10 types of maple syrup.
Yeah.
You guys know the boxes that are like they'll send you food to make. You know?
Yeah.
Oh,
like
yeah.
HelloFresh
Like
and stuff.
HelloFresh or
Like,
Blue
yeah.
Apron.
I kind of want to try one of those and just see how easy it is.
I mean,
bet
they
you-
usually say like you can do it for free for the testing, so we could always. Try
I'm
that.
sure you have to like sign up for a longer thing, but like the first like 4 boxes are free usually.
Yeah.
Let's try that out.
I'd give it a shot.
I would try it out. We could review it.
I just feel like for me, I'm the type of person who, when I cook something, I'm an experimenter, so I don't have like this draw to those because I don't want to do it by the recipe. I don't want to do it by the book. Doing it by the book is fucking
I'm an
boring.
Experimenter. I don't play by the rules.
Exactly. Yep. I'm not like those other girls.
I'm not like those other chefs.
Those are basic chefs. Basic bitch chefs.
They're basic bitches.
For HelloFresh.
I don't measure though. I just kind of.
Yeah.
I'm starting to get more into that.
Through feeling. You cook with feeling.
Yeah. Well, as Uncle Roger tells me to.
Yeah.
Exactly.
I'm so bad with remembering recipes though. Sometimes I'm like, I tried once making was it okiyakudon or something like that? The egg and the rice. Yeah, and I like forgot the hondashi, and I'm like, something's off. What'd I forget? And it was like one of the main umami elements I just completely forgot existed.
Well, that's why you have the recipe in front of you, but you just don't look at the measurements for it.
I feel
kind of like know the ingredients.
I just don't look at the recipe anymore for some dishes.
I can't do that. I want to do that. I fuck it up too easily.
Too much
for all of like
engineer.
the Dawn dishes that I usually make, I don't need the recipe anymore because I just make them enough where it's like it's all.
But first time though.
Well, yeah, first time you need the recipe.
You look at it, yeah, but yeah. I don't
Usually, first time I cook something, I'll follow the recipe as stated. The next time I'll have the recipe, but just like tweak things a little bit. And then if at that point, if I like it, then I'm cooking it enough where I just don't need the recipe usually.
Yeah. Fully committed to memory. Yeah. Well, boys, if we're okay with segueing from delicious foods, I did have a topic I wanted to talk about today.
Yeah.
Yes.
So for all the viewers and for you, Mike and Sean as well.
Yes.
Sean, I don't know. You're doing your thing.
What was
with
that
eyes.
pause? Awkward pause.
Weird stuff in my eyes.
I don't know. I thought Sean was like judging me for a second. Anyways, I, as many of you know, if you've been on the podcast for a while, I am moving to a new city. And recently, I just did a big trip out to this city to do some big apartment searching because, we got to actually find a place to live. This city has good and bad parts
kind of
to
important.
it. Yeah, we want to make sure we don't want to do a sight unseen thing because we've been burned by doing that stuff before. So we really wanted to go see it. So we booked like a weekend trip out there, stayed at a friend's place, had a lot of fun, did that thing. I'm not going to tell you what this place is so I don't dox it. But yeah, I sent
Who do you know out there?
Who do I know?
You say at a friend's place?
I know a friend from college who also went to my high school out there.
Oh.
And they live, they live on the outskirts. They're more close with Carly and her like old friend group, but
you'll know them.
Yeah, I get to get in there too. So we did that.
That's great when moving to a new city. I'm interrupting again. It's great moving to a new city, knowing somebody, right? Like
that's so much better.
That's a super huge benefit.
Yeah, it is really nice because you got someone to show you around, and then like a few friends to at least get introduced to, and maybe bounce
or just hang out. Like. That's the way. That's the way to do it.
Yeah, it's definitely the way to do it, I think. But essentially, there's a lot of stuff that came from this trip, and I gotta say, you two have both been to this city before. We've all been to this city a couple times that I'm moving to, and we love it. We really like it, honestly. I gotta say, I'll jump into one of the non-apartment searching topic first. I went back to the city, man, and I gotta say, it might have been going downhill ever since like the COVID time frame. I've had
really.
I actually
a lot
had
of cities have.
well, yeah, but like
Honestly.
I actually had some pretty sketch encounters in this city. Way more like in a way I never thought I would. Like I went to the city the first couple times. I'm like, I love it here. I'm gonna move here. It's so safe. I come back, and one of the apartments we tour, like we start off the day, right? 2 apartments, really fun, really great. They're in good areas. It's just a good time. We go to our 3rd apartment tour of the day. It's me and Carly's number 1. We made a big Excel spreadsheet, pros, cons, rankings.
Yep.
The number 1 spot, good rent, good locations, like super close to everything.
Sure.
And we're doing it, and we're like taking the Uber there, and like I thought it was going to be more like residential and busier, but it's kind of just in this like ghetto-y looking nook.
Uh-oh.
And we're like, oh, okay, the location's not great. And then we get in there, and tour, and it's like, oh, like there's like mildew in the shower.
Oh wow, really?
It wasn't.
And that was
like,
your number 1?
It was our number 1, yeah. From the
Pictures
the
they lied.
pictures. This is essentially a big lesson to never go sight unseen, in my opinion, from this experience. But yeah, it wasn't like terrible. It was definitely workable, but it definitely wasn't. After the first 2, especially that we toured, this one was not close. So we're like, okay, we're probably not gonna do it. We leave, and we're like, yeah, this is kind of Sketchville over here. Like we see this city has been having a big homeless problem recently, and so we've been seeing a lot of homeless around, and we're just like walking.
It's had a homeless problem for a while.
Yeah.
Everywhere has a homeless problem.
We
Big cities do.
Yeah, we start walking to our next spot, and like, okay, we'll go to our next apartment, and then all of a sudden, we see a guy walking in front of us, and then a guy behind him sprints up, just steals his bag, and takes off. And I'm like,
whoa!
This guy literally
That's
just
nuts.
got robbed at 11 a.m. in the middle of the day. Starts sprinting right in front of us. I'm like, okay, I'm not actually seen. I don't think I've seen a robbery like right in front of me before like this.
That seemed crime committed in front of you.
Yeah, and me and Carly are like, all right, we're gonna walk the other way. They're gone. They're running after each other. It's a done deal.
Wow.
Later that day, no, like still like during that time, we're walking to this different neighborhood. This is actually a really busy neighborhood, one of the biggest parts. And yeah, we're walking to this spot. Me and Carly just walking down the street, and it's like this dude just high on drugs, just basically just came right at me. He's like, "I'm gonna fuck you up." He was on something. Like he was walking, like, you know how like when people are on drugs, they're like jamming, they're talking to themselves.
Yeah, they're like, yeah.
And then like all of a sudden he just like screams at, like he comes
just
up to
turns
me,
on you.
looks at me in the eye, just like screams at me, gets in my face. And then I'm just like, head down, keep walking, don't look. And then he's like, I'm gonna fuck you up, blah, 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 blah. And the funniest thing is that there was this random girl alone just walking right behind him the whole time. Just like, I'm just gonna pretend that I'm gonna hope he doesn't see me. Like I'm gone.
Yeah, for her, yeah.
And I was
Welcome
like,
to big cities, man.
yeah. Well, I was like, dude, okay. I've never had experiences like that in big city. Honestly, that was like some of the most sketch I felt.
Although I feel like this stuff only happens to you.
Does it? This stuff never happens to me.
Of like our group, this is such a you story.
This
that would
stuff
happen.
never happens to me. What are you talking about? I've never had this happen to me. I've never witnessed a burglary.
You do have some weird experienes, though. Yeah.
Yeah, you like walk down these alleys all of a sudden.
No, you're
like,
the one that
wow,
walks
I just
down
saw
these...
a drug deal happening.
No,
like...
Sean, you're the one that's like, we're birding in LA, and you're like, let's go down the alley. Yeah, and we like scoot down the sketch alley.
But it was a fine alley. Like I could see the other street. You know.
I feel like I'm pretty like try to avoid that stuff, and we were down like one of the main strips that like Carly was like, well, yeah, we partied here, it was so fun, like it's so nice down here, and then I got screamed at by a random guy in the middle of the day, and then I'm just like, how does this happen, like what's going on here? But so in this city, I've never experienced that before. I was kind of like, oh god, I'm like a little freaked out now, we're about to live here, shoot.
Yeah,
but
your adrenaline's up.
Yeah, it was like I wasn't expecting that, I guess. It was like not...
One of your things when you move is you want to walk, you know, and that's not something I always recommend in a larger city.
Yeah, like that's the big thing. Like we'll get into it more, but one of the big things for Carly actually was that she works downtown in like the business district. So we want her to be able to walk somewhere. So that's kind of been the bigger drives for this search. We want to at least live downtown, like downtown for a year. And then maybe if we want to move out, if it's not for us, then we're gone. Sean, you're shaking your head. Are you saying you would never do that?
I just think it's going to be rough. Like I wouldn't live downtown. That's
really
usually not the best.
Yeah.
I mean, if you're in LA,
weird areas downtown, but I feel like
dude, like it's one of those things where you have streets. All right, this street is good. The next street is bad. It's like it's one of those downtown has that immediate.
Every city in the US is like that.
Yeah. Which is so sad, honestly, because I was like, after that happened, I was like, man, I miss Japan right now, man. I would never, ever.
Right. That would.
Where you can walk alone and feel completely safe.
I can walk in a dark alley at 3 a.m. Probably pass out and just wake up the next day completely fine. Like, I was like, oh man, I missed that. I actually don't remember. Do European cities, they're fine at night usually, right? Is Paris
there's definitely some.
No, I don't remember
on a street in Paris.
I haven't been to Europe, like a big city.
You'd at least be robbed, if not worse.
Yeah.
Well, okay.
I feel like European cities are like, you're not going to get shot, but you'll probably get robbed or stabbed.
Yeah.
Because obviously they don't have guns there, but still, I think
it's just any place where enough people are together is going to go downhill at some point.
Yeah. Well, I don't know. This city's not the biggest. I don't know. When we've gone there, we've had great times without any sketch stuff. I don't know. I had a different vision in my head. But it happened, so that it was just interesting.
I think living there will be fine. Once you live there, you learn what places to be around, what places to avoid. And it's just kind of goes with the territory.
Yeah, I've been doing like a ton of like research in the area now. I'm like, I was like, oh shit, I got to like do all this like crime research, all the living, and the general like consensus is, at worst, you get like yelled at by dudes. That's pretty rare. It's not that sketch usually. Usually everything's fine. You just might get annoyed. Like it's like you're not nervous for your life. You're not like worried about safety. You're just kind of like bothered, kind of in a way. And that's how it goes in a lot of places.
Yeah,
but
I mean that's pretty normal because a lot of times too, like homeless people tend to be, like schizophrenic or have severe mental illness that puts them on the streets, and hence that's why they usually are not how to put this like socially like they don't adhere to social norms.
Way to put that, but
I'm trying to put it in the most low key way possible. But, I mean, let's be real here.
Yeah,
like I drove down a street today that was just like downtown, literally downtown next to a metro stop, and it's just like there's like a super wide median, probably like 40 feet.
Yeah.
And it was like I'm not gonna say a park, but it's just, grass and some trees. And it was just like homeless people just chilling out there. Like it was like a good spot to hang.
Yeah.
Avoid the heat and stuff. So, but that, is a block away from Main Street, let's say.
Yeah. I don't know. I think it's like, sometimes I take for granted, like, I mean, I've been to and like basically lived in Ann Arbor for so long, and that's not a big city, but it is super safe relative to kind of that stuff going around. And honestly, I don't know. When I go to Chicago, I've lived, not lived, but I've like been to Chicago a lot. I've been to LA. I've been to like the ghettos of LA. I've been to, we've been to New York City. I've been to Milwaukee, which is also not great, but I don't know. Milwaukee's like not awesome, but I didn't feel as sketch. But like in a lot of those places, like I don't know.
Yeah, Milwaukee's probably worse than a lot of cities, frankly.
Indianapolis,
But the thing is,
it's no Flint, Michigan, but it's pretty bad.
In all honesty, I think it's hard because like this is actually the first time me and Carly are walking around alone. We're deliberately going out at night to try and test out areas just to see what it's at its worst.
True.
And usually we're in a big group, and we don't have to worry about it. And so when you're actually thinking about living somewhere, it's like you're like, like that one like weird encounter that you would disregard most of the time is now like, oh shoot, am I gonna like have this all the time when I like leave my apartment? I don't know. Yeah. It's a different perspective that I have learned about, and I think has made me like judge a lot of places really, really harshly. I think more so than maybe I should,
because you're trying to. I don't know. I feel like you should judge places pretty harshly because you're going to live there.
Yeah,
like you want to make sure boxes are ticked and It's not like,
you also have some pretty stringent like qualifications, like especially if you're trying to walk to a place that is downtown. You're very much boxed in what you can do. And like preferably for me, obviously I don't want to be in an apartment. I want to be in a house in some suburb. And that is ideal because it's like the chillest area possible.
Yeah, for sure.
Mm-hmm. And we're not even looking at those. So we're getting also a skewed version of what the city looks like because of that.
Absolutely, yeah.
Yeah. That's true. But
you really want to live in like suburbia like immediately? You don't want to like spend like your 20s?
If I could buy a house right now and, it's just on some cul-de-sac right now, totally do it.
Bruh, I just don't like suburbia.
Yeah.
I don't like it. I know there's like issues with living in the city. This city, I guess, when you do put it into like the big grand
it'll change if you have kids.
It will. And like the city I'm in is like really walkable. It's not like Chicago where it's huge and like, oh crap, I need to take the train. This city you can actually walk to pretty much all the downtown areas pretty easily if you live downtown at least. But yeah, I like walking. Suburbia. I wish I like the Netherlands or whatever. Like their cities up there.
You guys have both now been to my parents' house, right? And it's in this, not gated, but it's walled little community.
Yeah.
If I could buy that right now, totally would.
That is like the last place for me. That is literally.
Yeah? Oh, really?
Yeah. I either want 100% like.
Look who's talking though. I mean, you're also just like in a suburbia right now, technically.
Kind of, but I'm a lot more rural. I'm a lot more rural.
Yeah, that's true. You are more rural.
Yeah. So
which I would think is worse for you, wouldn't it?
Because you want to be. Are you kidding? I love that because.
I thought you wanted to be like in downtown.
Oh, I like it's like 100% or 0. I want either like out of the way, like because I feel like suburbia it's like too samey, and I don't really like the cultural around suburbia. I guess.
Yeah.
That keeping up with the Joneses kind of feeling.
Yeah.
I mean, I'm living with my dad right now, so I don't have a choice when it comes to how like location and stuff like that. Besides, obviously, me deciding where I want to live.
Sure.
But it's I don't know. I don't really like it, at least in this stage of my life. Probably if I have kids, that'll probably change. But I do wish that we had better suburbs that were like if they're connected, right? That's my ideal is finding a subsidiary city. Like you have a big metro area, and they have like where I think they're called sidecar suburbs. I think is the term for them.
Huh.
Basically, this is more of an East Coast thing, where you have. Not that I want to live on the East Coast. It's not bad, but like
it's a concept over there. They have the concept.
It's more of a concept because it's an older concept, like during the early 1900s, right?
Sure.
Before cars were a thing, and before essentially lobbying killed all those transit options.
Yeah.
What happened is you'd have like these suburbs that like 10 minutes by like the sidecars, like the things you'd see in San Francisco, or like light rail systems.
The light rail stuff.
So you have a light rail that takes you to downtown directly. That is public transport. I think that's perfect because it allows you to get to the suburb relatively easily, have usually cheaper, and also like hopefully you can have like around the station you'd have like a lot of
I feel that just describes the suburb that I want to be in, though, like where my parents live.
Is there a train?
But that's not, because it's all, there's no trains, it's all cars, and I feel like there's not, it just feels weird. It feels weirdly isolated. I frankly, I don't, it's not my place. When we were driving through there, I was like, it's cool.
That's fair.
It's nice.
That's fair. For me, it's perfect. I just want somewhere that Amazon can get to easily.
Yeah.
I want enough, like some space in between my neighbors, and that's it. Like I just, I'm a home person, a homebody. Like I like to sit in home, have spaces for things, and then use it as a base when I go out and travel / like my gear is stored there for when I'm camping, like that. Like,
see, I feel like you're the type of person who would want like later in life would have like the place in the woods that's like pretty close to everything, like 15-20 minutes away from a city. But
maybe as like a vacation thing that I'd have occasionally, but I wouldn't be the sole residence.
I feel like that's my like at the end of my goal is that like my retirement home is basically, obviously I'd want to have my kids around other people because I feel like
socialize, yeah.
But like my end goal or my retirement dream is basically house up in the mountains, but fucking
my retirement
nowhere,
plan is
and
a
just
small
like
village in Scotland.
Yeah. That's pretty good. Sounds pretty great. And you don't
or Japan.
Okay, that's one thing that we don't have is the freaking village concept. That's like the coolest thing.
Yeah, villages.
Because you're like close. It's like it's like urban yet not, because you can like walk to places and you can get like there's a grocery store within walking distance of your house, right?
But I would hate it right now at my life. You know, I only can do that at the end of my life. I don't need to do anything.
At certain stages of life.
Or just I sit down and read, you know, like that's all I do in the last couple of years of my life.
Yeah, but as long as like the village is like 20 minutes from a metropolitan area where we can actually do things, and there's like pubs and stuff like that, I feel like it's good. I mean, the area where I'm at is pretty like villagey, I guess.
Yeah, I don't know.
Whatever American form that takes, but I don't think it's as good as
like the European villages.
Yeah,
I've heard of that.
I don't want to live near a city either.
And the village is like sounds like the perfect thing.
This is why you love where your parents are, because you're not near a city. You're near a lot of stuff, but then you're on your kind of own.
I mean, it is defined as a city just based on population, but it's just a giant suburb essentially. So it's just all chill.
I like
everything possible is in the area. Like I lack for nothing.
Yeah.
That is true.
It's just, you know, there's not as much like lakes or like forests and things that Michael probably wants.
Yeah.
I want a lake or a forest or a mountain.
And I like that too. Like like up in we went to
3.
Keystone, you know. I mean, that would be really nice.
Yeah.
Like that's
living
a
in
perfect
Vail or something?
mix of you know, out
yeah.
there, but at the same time, suburbia.
Yeah, I won't call it suburbia, but there's definitely like where you can have
mountain town.
Like, there's definitely not enough stuff there, but like that
there's
level
enough
of forest I would like.
Yeah, and there's like enough things to do there.
Yeah.
But,
for me, it's like a sliding scale. I want 2 things. I want lots and lots of stuff, everything, but I also want to walk to it. So
you're not going to get that in America, dude. Like
you get that in a city in America. You get that in a city in America. No, I'm going to get that where I'm going, basically.
All right. Well,
it's going to be dangerous to get there.
I hope you get what you wish for.
No, you just got to pay up the nose for it.
Yeah, or just leave. Honestly, the best way to get that is to leave America. America's not really built on that kind of
It's not.
thing.
It's car culture, man. Like I love cars, but I think it's terrible for urban planning.
I'm just ready. Have we talked about this before? I just want like the electric cars to take over. That way you don't need a public transit. You just get in your car, it Ubers you for like 10 cents, and then you can live like 30 minutes out of the city and have everything.
Yep.
Still.
And then you Uber someone else's electric Tesla that's like self-driving.
Yeah.
Where
and it's just
go,
ingrained in society. And you like this could be a whole thing. It's like going to be a subscription service where you pay like $30 a month, and that's like your only transportation. You just like get in these like little smart car things. They just zoom you on, and you're like, I want that.
No, it's probably not $30 a month. It's probably more like $250 or $300
it probably is.
But
but still cheaper than gas right now.
Absolutely, yeah.
I love cars too, but like the transportation peak is trains and whatever, PT, public transport. But
I don't agree though, not all the time. Like for some things it works, but for others it just doesn't.
I guess, yeah. I don't know.
It does,
like
I don't think
even in Japan. All right, the pinnacle of public transportation is perfect, right?
Yeah,
you can't go everywhere if you just use public transportation.
Yeah.
Correct.
I guess
you have to have a car to go certain places.
I want to be in a society. I want to live in a society where 90% of the places I want to go don't need a car. That's what I want.
I mean, if you're in a rural area,
but then you're never
sense.
going to rural areas, or B, you're not hiking and you're going to a national park or anything like that.
But that's the thing. Most of the time, I'm not in a national park or going to rural areas.
That's why you basically
I want to be in an urban
cars.
center. Yeah, I want to be in an urban center. Difference in taste and opinions, I suppose, but I think that's fine for me. But
I feel that.
Yeah. Sean disagrees.
But
like
so
cars.
we got sidetracked from the original though.
Yeah,
you're trying to go through the different apartments.
Yes. So one of the tasks I have for my lads here is I have an apartment debacle. I have 3 that are amazing choices. And I want them. I sent them essentially videos of these apartments. Maybe we'll link them in.
By the way,
yeah, I only got 2.
Oh, you only got 2. I'll try to send the third as I'm going through this. But yeah, they're in like different locations, different pros and cons. I actually legitimately wanted to hear their opinions on it because me and Carly are like struggling to choose. But yeah, I wanted to like see what you guys.
Which one first? The one with the white doors here thumbnail.
Yeah. So yes. So this one, I'll start. We'll go down them one by one.
Okay.
The first apartment is called. I can't say it because I'll dox myself. It's an apartment. This one is a great apartment. Big square footage. It's close to
it's huge.
The great feature here is it's close to Carly's work. It's 10 minutes walk from her work.
This is the one with the white doors.
10 minutes walk. That's great.
Yeah, white doors, brown floors.
Well, you're super close to other people in the balcony, though.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, you are.
Like
yeah, it's gonna be a party.
Well, it depends. There's some other balcony areas. There's actually the outside balcony.
Oh, it's gonna be a party. I'm like, ew. I think they'll see me. You know,
the outside balcony is actually pretty awesome. Like the front one is pretty. It has a good view.
Yeah. Side note here, I don't know why my camera has an ultra wide. I hate the regular camera. Like the ultra wide would have been so much better. So I'm sorry about that. I'm just like so annoyed at like watching this
You're
video
also
and
moving really fast in these videos.
I know.
Like, it's hard.
Fair warning, you might get like
so
dizziness.
this first one is this 2 bed 2 bath.
It's 2 bed 2 bath. They're all going to be 2 bed 2 bath, I think. Yeah.
That's
one is an office and one's the bedroom.
Yeah. So this one's one of the nicer ones. It's the most expensive one, but it's closest to Carly's work.
Zoom in on the tile on the
I know, right?
Yeah.
To check the mold.
Here's something you might like, Sean. You are close to your neighbors, this was recently converted from a senior living home to a regular home. So everyone currently living there is going to probably be super quiet. 55. And probably the crime in...
I don't know. There's some crazy 55-year-olds.
That's true.
Yeah, sure. But I'm assuming the crime maybe is like somewhat tolerable if the senior living home is around this area. So like those are my thoughts.
Okay. First apartment, so far I don't like.
Okay. Should we...
I'll tell you... sorry.
I was going to say, should we go through... we should probably go through all of them first and then...
okay.
What you don't like.
So, all right. Well, let me look at the next one now.
Yeah. It won't just be the videos. It's going to be a lot more about the location as well. But I do want your opinions on the actual amenities. The second apartment. All right.
I'm looking at that now.
So the first apartment
is that induction or is it electric?
That's a really nice range.
That's a really good question.
I think it's plastic. It's not induction.
Electric.
I think it's electric.
Plastic. What does that mean?
Electric. Okay. Electric. Sorry. Plastic.
So this one's considerably smaller or feels smaller.
So this is not super representative of the actual trim we'd get, but it is going to be a smaller trim. It is about 100 square feet less.
That's not what square footage are we looking at though?
So we're looking at the first one's 1,200. This one's like 1,100. Basically.
That's still a lot of space.
It is a lot of
What's
space.
your current? Do you know what your current?
My current is 965 about.
So either way, you're going for an upgrade here.
We're getting more walk-in closets because I don't have walk-in closets in my current place, and we're getting a second bathroom, too.
Yep.
And you'd have the second place has
you have an office,
much nicer master.
You think so?
Yeah, I agree.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's got like a better backsplash. Okay, it's got
honestly, this one, the second one reminds me a lot of your place, Sean, just like bigger. Like a 2 bed. 2 bath version of yours.
I think so. Yeah, it is a lot more close to Sean's. I want to go through like the location of like in the city.
I won't play the third one then.
Yeah. This one is actually the best location. It's right in the middle of a lot of different neighborhoods. It's right. Mm-hmm. It's like this would be the main hub. This is also a much bigger party culture. I'm going to say it right now. There's a lot more like young people here, and like there's a pool. The other one didn't have a pool as an amenity. This one has a pool and a hot tub and blah, 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 all that stuff, right? Dog park, blah, blah. One of the cons, every single review basically says that there are homeless people that just are in the lobby walking around at all times. So that is
how often are you going to go through
isn't
the lobby?
Isn't that locked? Though? That's weird.
It is. Apparently they just get in. No, they're not in the lobby. They're like sleeping in the hallways. You know what I mean?
Oh, wow.
Like people are saying they like open their door and there's just people there and there's like pee in the elevator.
Does no one call like the non-emergency line or the patrol?
Apparently they do. It just keeps happening. So
okay, that's a major con.
Yeah, that's a major con.
It is a major con, but it is by far the best location. The price is a little bit cheaper than the last one. It's probably, I'll give you like an 8%. It's 8% cheaper.
Okay.
The first one is our maximum budget. We cannot go any higher than that budget.
Oh, okay.
This one is 8% cheaper, better located, but more like it's like in a more sketch area, I guess.
Yeah.
I do want to mention this one is like a 5-minute walk from a grocery store as well. High tier.
That's huge.
That's so nice.
What
right?
about the other one? Is the other one pretty close to a grocery?
The other one is a 12-minute walk from a grocery store.
And like
that's a long walk.
It's horrible. Okay. It's okay.
If you get a bunch of groceries, that's a long walk, dude.
You'd only be able to get like 2 bags, I feel like. So,
but here's the thing: you can do the beauty of the 5-minute walk one, right?
Yeah,
you can do daily groceries, which is or like every other day, which is a pretty big plus.
Yeah, that's good.
But that's so much extra time you're taking out of your day. Like
is.
I like the idea of like the everyday thing, but it's so much extra time to do that.
Yeah,
you take an extra 20-30 minutes to go grocery shopping.
Yeah,
as opposed to that same amount of time, but like every couple days.
You can just be like, you just grab a cart, just bring it all the way home, just walk it all the way home.
Yeah,
I'm saying. I do perspectives.
Yeah, I do want to say the second one is a 26-minute walk to Carly's work, so considerably longer. But what, Sean?
I just thought I would be absurd to me.
Really?
Sorry.
A 26-minute walk would be
I think it'd be fine.
Yeah.
Especially like in cooler months. That would be
it's in cooler months. Here's the caveat. There is a free ride, a free shuttle that will get her there in 20 minutes with only 6 minutes of walking. It's a bus shuttle, free.
A shuttle.
That's pretty nice.
For
complimentary.
For Carly. For everyone.
Like the work provides.
What about your work? Is your work close by?
My work is a drive away. I won't be able to walk or do anything. Or
is it so quick thing is parking.
Parking is paid for. I have to pay for it each month, but it is at all places.
Okay.
And it's underground.
Is it covered?
It is. Yes, it is underground.
Okay, that's ideal.
Yeah.
Either underground or structure.
Yeah, it is like it's one of the two. I think it's also secured. It's like there's like a door that lifts up and then you go in and then the door closes.
That's great.
The second one I showed you apparently breaks all the time. That's how everyone keeps getting into the complex or something. It like breaks a lot or something. I don't know.
That's not good.
Any questions on these first two, fellas? Any questions?
Well,
I mean, the second one is great if the homeless because that it detracts from like I don't know. I feel like a safety thing.
Yeah.
Especially with Carly walking solo.
Yeah.
It would be like this kind of safety
26 minutes.
Yeah.
With the shuttle, that it doesn't matter.
Yeah. We could maybe dive into that again because I have my own thoughts on that actually. But
yeah,
let's go to the third one. I'll watch it with you guys. This one is. Okay, I'll give you the rundown as you watch the video.
Older design.
In unit heater. That's water heater. That's interesting.
Yeah.
This one
and they all have in unit washer dryer, which is a huge plus.
Yeah. This one is
top loading.
Nice. 22 minutes from Carly's work. It is actually located in probably the safest area. It's the most off the beaten path, but still close to stuff. So she can still get to work in 24 minutes. She has to go through a few sketchy areas to get to work if she walks, but there's a nice little way for her to bike that's not as sketchy.
It has the best kitchen, probably.
That's true. I like the layout of it better. Yeah.
Yeah. The kitchen doesn't have like a straight island, but it is. It's kind of
it's a big bar setup.
The bar setup.
It's got a bar setup. Yeah.
Yeah.
And like
I like that you can see onto the patio. That's pretty cool.
Yeah. It's got a great living room.
Yeah.
But I feel like the huge living room is like kind of sometimes a waste of space. It's got hardwood floors. Damn, son.
This is by far the biggest. This is a huge. We don't know why it's so.
And the
huge.
cheapest.
Is it?
No,
I think it actually might be. They're all very close. They're all within like $100 a month in rent.
Yeah.
This one is just I said, it's way more off the beaten path. So we're way farther away from a lot of things. But it's still kind of like doable. Like you could bike anywhere. You just
so is
can't
that
walk
room
anywhere.
you're in now, or it's like the first room you go into? Is that the master? Or is that the second?
That is the not the master. That is the.
Oh really? Okay, that's a really nice second bedroom then. Jesus.
Yeah, it doesn't.
with
have,
the walk-in closet.
And this is the master.
This is the master. Yep.
That makes sense.
Oh yeah. That's a great walk-in closet. So
you can tell it's a little out of style. Like
it is
absolutely.
Yeah,
it's the
cabinets, the furnishings.
Yeah,
that's a whoa. That was a really narrow shower. What was that?
Yeah, there's a shower and a bathtub that are separate in there. Oh, I switched to ultra wide because I knew it was optimized.
It is
I'm watching
optimized,
this
honestly.
with you guys. But yeah, the living room's huge. Now, you'll notice that the second bedroom actually doesn't have any windows, which will be our office. Potential bummer.
I also noticed the walls didn't
they don't go all the way up. They don't go all the way up.
It's kind of weird. But the second office is good. And they have like a pull-out couch in there in case Sean or I crash at your place.
Absolutely. Yeah, we'll have plenty of room for you guys. This one.
I have my two
Go ahead.
major questions.
Yeah,
right.
yeah.
A, did you ask about the internet in all these places?
I did.
What was the verdict on all of them?
None of them do gigabit, but all of them can do at least 200 Mbps, which I think is fine for me. For me, not for Sean, but for me.
All right.
Not for server man.
At least you asked.
Yeah.
The second is, do you know which direction the master and living room windows face?
That's a great question.
It depends. So the unit,
that's huge.
Yeah,
for me.
The units. Wait, for like all of the apartments?
Well, I mean, I don't know if you asked on all of them, but like, I'll tell you what I recommend.
Yeah.
And you take that as you will. For me personally, the living room should not be western facing. It should be eastern facing.
For the sunrise?
Well, so that when the sun is setting, you don't get blasted with light in the living room.
I see.
So in the morning,
I think it should be best thing is have it southern facing, because you get good light, but it's because northern hemisphere, right? So the sun is toward the south,
sure.
And then you have it, so you have light throughout the day, always coming in, but it's not direct. It's always at like a slight angle. So
you always want to have it so like as the day ends, your living room becomes darkest, because like my living room is blasted with sunlight, a second half of the day. And it sucks, for TV watching, glare, it's like heat, all of it. Whereas in the morning, it's not as hot. So that's when you want the sun. And then I personally prefer the reverse for the bedroom, because when you wake up, you're getting sun, and then as you go to sleep, it's easier to do that.
Yeah, I gotcha. Yeah, that makes sense. I haven't really thought about that before. That's actually pretty. Yeah. That's a good thought.
It's not something you really think about until you have a bad experience with it, and you're like, well, shit, next house, never gonna have that.
Especially since a lot of these, there's like 2 units available. So yeah, like when picking your unit, that would be good to know. Like that could be a deciding factor. I think a lot of them though, a lot of them are kind of like in the facilities. It's like the circular buildup of buildings, and then there's like a courtyard in the middle, right? And a lot of them will face inwards toward the courtyard, if that makes sense.
Especially for this third one, which is kind of weird.
Which should block the sun, yeah. I don't know about all of them, but I know like a large amount. Yeah. I guess in all options, in all apartments, there's an option to do that. So I'll just have to be careful on like what that means, I guess.
Yeah, I mean, ideally, you want to fade it out, unless it's really shit.
Unless it's like into the ghetto, yeah.
Yeah. But not even that. Ghetto's fine. It's like it just faces a wall.
Yeah, that's true. So yeah, the third apartment is 1490 square feet. That is large.
That's huge.
Boy,
that's awesome.
Especially in downtown area.
It's we're getting the good price because it is further away from stuff, and it is a little bit more dated, like you guys said. Like I think it's definitely there.
It's definitely more dated. I mean, the hardwood is a kind of nice. Just this is actually good hardwood because it's not. You don't have to. It's scuff resistant, quote unquote.
Yeah.
Like you won't, because like if you have like a really dark hardwood or a really light one, you'll get scuffs.
Yeah.
And this one's like more of a oak, oak or whatever.
Yeah, like
so it naturally. Yeah, I mean it's very nice. All of them are very nice.
Yeah,
I can give you my like overall opinions if you want.
Yeah. Well,
should you know how you want to do it?
Well, I wanted to like recap all of the location stuff too, because the apartments, like I like the last apartment the most personally, but for us, another probably the biggest part of it is like actually like the location, pros and cons of the areas. So I'll go over this one first. This one's like, again, it's like the furthest away. Carly can walk to work. It's 24 minutes, so not ideal. There's no bus route, and she could bike though. And the only thing is that it's a little bit more sketchy, like quote unquote. She has to go through
third one.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. You have to go through sketchy areas.
Quote unquote. She has to go through more sketchy areas. We're not really concerned of it too much, but it is a thing. One of the big pros of this third one is that while it's still kind of away from downtown, it's got its own little section of bars and breweries away.
Oh, cool.
It's like actually in a pretty safe area, like an actual like by the books for the city safe area. So we'd probably local there a lot, and I really like the area. It's more like residential. It's not like concrete jungle. It's more like parks kind of pop up, trees, yards of houses kind of stuff. You know what I mean?
What about the whole grocery store? Like how close is a grocer? We have to drive?
Trader Joe's is 12 minutes away. Walk. So we could drive.
Walking.
Or we could walk.
Yeah.
So they're all
that's reasonable.
Okay, yeah. And then the first one, closest to Carly's work, 10-minute walk. Most expensive, though this one, okay, so this one, there's a renowned, like, kind of seedy street. There's like a street that's like not super awesome that runs along this whole city. We are a block and a half above that street. And from my research...
For number one?
From my research, everyone's like, when you get 2 blocks above that street, you're fine. You're good to go. Nothing bad's going to happen. But like, It might be uncomfortable if you're if you're kind of near that street. It's just like always been kind of renowned for like sketch stuff. Like,
it's like being right next to Bourbon Street and
kind of, yeah. It's like it's not people when I went and like did my research, my social research, people were saying it's not like I feel super unsafe, but I do feel a little uncomfortable sometimes. It's just like really, really busy and robust, like not robust, just it's really rowdy, I suppose. People say rowdy. Oh, but again, two blocks up, you're like in chill zone again. And we're a block and a half up. So we would basically
you want to be in the chill zone.
Yeah, we would get out of our apartment. We would never go down. We'd never go down south, essentially. We would always walk north. There's another collection of like really, really cute residential bars and stuff near there. But we will be kind of living on that.
Yeah. So that's for apartment 1.
That was apartment 1. Apartment 2.
What about
is most central location. Technically, the spot with like the most crime, if you look at a crime map, but it is kind of still far removed from like it's on the edge of this block of the city. So it might be okay, but then with like the whole homeless issue always being in there and kind of like that being a thing puts us on edge a little bit.
So and then number 3, I'm leaning toward number 3, honestly. I know it kind of puts Carly in a tough spot because it's definitely
the hardest to walk to or to commute to without a car.
It's double of that. And you guys would only do 1 car, right?
No, we're 2 cars. We'd pay for 2
cars
parking
still?
spots. We want 2 cars. Yeah. I will say this: one of the most annoying things is Carly does not have free parking at work. She has to pay $10 a day to park at work.
What?
Doesn't that suck?
$10 a day?
Isn't that awful?
No wonder she wants to walk.
Even if you're in a downtown, normally they comp or like it's just included. That's ridiculous.
Isn't that insane? I mean, like that's kind of like why we wanted to get kind of close too. But yeah, it's like $10 a day. This is why no one goes to the office at her job. Like no one wants to pay that.
Yeah.
It's kind of crazy. Yeah, it's kind of crazy. So keep that in mind too. That's why we're trying to do the walk-in thing.
That's like a lunch.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, in this economy, that's like
economy, it's like an apple
every day. And you said every day?
Per day. Yep. Now she only has to go into the office probably twice a week if she really wanted to, but still, she wants to go in the office because she wants to obviously like be around people a little bit, you know.
Yeah, you're extrovert.
To pay $5 for a bike spot, like
that's what I'm saying. Like you want to, she should bike there, but
biking is not bad. But yeah, definitely going through the third one and have to go through this.
Have to go through. You can detour yourself a little bit. And it might be like a 25-minute bike ride instead of a 15 to 10-minute bike ride or something like that if you detour hard.
I see.
The third one. So, what do you guys think?
If it was me, which is I'm not you, Carly. However, if it was me, it would be, I would do apartment number 3 would be my first choice.
Yep.
Then part number 1, and then apartment number 3, based on everything you said.
So you try to get away from some of the like craziness from apartment number 1.
Yeah. Also, having just like more space is really nice. Mm-hmm. It looks slightly more dated, but the appliances look new.
Yeah, they look fine.
So that's totally great. And who cares about cabinets, you know?
Yeah.
2 looks the fanciest, right? And they've actually dressed up the apartment like actually a show apartment. So you can actually
which I always feel like is like a little, it feels like they're trying to sell you on it more. And
yeah. And while it does look the nicest, I don't like all the what you've been saying about like, well, especially if the door keeps breaking. That I looked at an apartment like that at one point, and if you can't have a solid door, I mean, what's that say about your management for your apartment?
Yeah,
like fix the door. It's like get a
door.
better door. You're making enough money. I mean, like there's not a problem here. So that's a huge red flag for me. They all have elevators, I assume.
They do. Yep. They do have elevators.
That's also big. Like I would never go to a place that has multiple stories that does not have an elevator.
Peasant stairs. Yeah, I would if it was over 2 stories and didn't have an elevator, I'd be like, no.
Well, not like I don't mind taking the stairs, but if you're moving in and out, like you're moving a couch upstairs, like no, that's not how. Like you know what that's like.
Yeah,
your current apartment doesn't have an elevator.
I do it over 1 story, and it sucks.
Yeah. It's not ideal. So
yeah.
And so for me, I'm kind of with Sean. I would actually put 2 above 1 because I feel like the homeless thing I'm not as worried about. I'm more worried about actual like sketch areas.
Yeah.
And so I would put 2 above it. Also, for me, I love the ability to just walk to the grocery store. Huge bonus.
Yeah.
But I would still put 3 at the top.
Yeah.
I do think that is a red flag though with the whole door. It's like if they can't fix the door, there's probably other problems wrong with it.
Yeah.
It's just So obviously, you know, you've done your research and done the reviews. I think 3 is definitely the best. You get a lot of space. The problem, remember, is you kind of have to fill that space with shit. Now that's good if you actually have a lot of shit to fill the space with.
And you got to clean that space.
Well, it's hardwood floors.
Need to get a Roomba.
Dude, I got a great recommendation for you.
Yeah. Now, here's the big thing is remember, so it's the cheapest. Say it's $150 cheaper than the most expensive one.
Which is not much. I mean,
that pays for Carly's transit into work if need be.
That's true.
Because she has to go in 8 times a week, for $10 a day. So that's $80 plus gas. So that's another probably $80 in this economy. So like what? It's $160. So it roughly evens out to
it could like cover that cost. That's a good point.
Yeah, and plus you guys may do like the day thing, right? And then just go back there at night and then come back. Or I don't know how the system works where if you can park there like until like X PM or whatever, if you can go there and come back.
Right.
But
yeah, that's a good point.
Yeah, I think it's important to feel good when you're inside your space. You know,
absolutely.
Like.
Yeah.
Like 2, you may have homeless people right to the door, but as long as you don't experience that inside the apartment, it's probably fine.
Mm-hmm.
What you don't want is to have, you're hearing noises outside your window. Like, I prefer, that's why I want a house out in a suburb because I'm not going to hear anything, like I'm going to be me alone, which would be just like in peace.
Right.
Which since you're going to an apartment, you're probably going to have some sort of,
some like neighbor
disturbances at some point.
Yeah.
But like, as long as you can minimize that in any shape or form, that's what I like to do.
Yeah. Gotcha.
Yeah.
Yeah. I gotta say, I think. Oh, go ahead, Sean. Finish your thoughts.
I was gonna say 3 seemed like it was kind of isolated, although it really depends on the unit and the neighborhood, I guess.
Well, 3 also didn't sound isolated because it was like in like another like subsection of the city, right? Where there's still bars and like it's bustling, right?
Yeah, it's like definitely not as bustling, but it does have its own like.
It's not downtown, yeah.
It's like you. Yeah, it's like you walk 5-10 minutes and you kind of get to your own little strip of bars and it's like way more chill. and it's nice. It's good. So I gotta say, I think currently, our current ranking, I think as of like 6 p.m. tonight was 1-3-2, because one of the things I think for me, like the homeless isn't like a huge deal. Like it's like a thing, but it's cheapish, and it's not, they're not like trying to break in anywhere, but they're there, and they're like, it's a little sketch, and there are a lot more break-ins in the garage. Like people are breaking windows to get.
I mean that's
stuff.
2.
That's huge. I mean, that's a huge thing.
Yeah.
I would.
Yeah.
2 is your number. 2 is your number 1 choice right now.
No, 2 is my number 3 choice. Sorry,
okay.
2 is my number 3. Yeah. So
I thought yeah. Okay, so never mind.
Yeah.
Sorry.
So 2 is my number 3 choice. Number 1 is my number 1 choice, and number 3 was our number 2 choice. That makes sense.
Yeah. Why is number 1 up high for you?
Well, so
like distance.
It's distance to work. For Carly,
since 10 minutes.
Since we wanted to like have her have that experience. But I will say, we were talking about this, and we're kind of leaning towards putting 3 at number 1 too, number 1 as well, because I don't know, it is the best apartment. I think it's the best apartment. It's the best apartment, biggest space.
Yeah,
I like
high ceilings are nice if you can get them.
Yeah, I like being in kind of my own little like little city away from the big city. Like it's just kind of a more chill vibe, and then you go to the stuff. It's
the problem is there's no public transit, right?
Public transit for us doesn't work. I mean, she is 27 or 25 minutes away from work, but there are a lot of other big hubs in downtown that are more like, a 50-minute walk. Like we couldn't just walk to those. We'd have to use the birds to do that, which is fine, but it's something to consider.
Yeah. For me, I was thinking more of you two are both wasted at like midnight, and so it's like, can you guys take public transportation to get back to your place?
Yeah, we can't, unfortunately, but yeah, I don't know. Birds. We're starting to want that number 3 apartment maybe at number 1, just because like we're further away from stuff, but the area is probably the safest, and it's like the biggest space, and like Carly could walk 10 minutes to work, or maybe just, the area that we think is sketch probably isn't too bad. We can test the waters. She might be able to bike.
Especially like during the like 8 to 5 time.
Yeah, hopefully it's fine.
It would just be like, it's the place you don't want to be at
night. Yeah. So that's like how we feel about it. But I didn't know. You guys gave like a lot of good like other considerations to think about. So I need to include them. Also,
I do think the walk to store though is a pretty huge bonus.
Yeah, I mean, personally, the 12-minute walk to store isn't too bad. I would do that probably. The 5-minute walk to store, I think that's amazing. I love the idea of going to get like just my dinner for that night, and if I didn't go grocery shopping earlier, just doing that and being done.
Yeah, basically, you like, or another big thing is gym. Is there any gyms close by?
There are gyms. Close by, I don't know. I think all of them have a decent unit gym that's like okay. I wouldn't work out there, but I think I don't know any gyms nearby. I'd have to look that up actually.
That's not a bad idea to work, because if you can do like a quick walk to a gym, because like the ideal, right? At least for me would be go, basically get back from work, or if you're working remote, your new job's full remote, right?
It's a lot of remote at least.
So it's just like, all right, it's 5 o'clock. I head down, put on my gym clothes, go out to the gym, and then come back, go to the grocery store, get dinner, and come back upstairs, and you're good.
And then you're good to go. It's like city living at its finest. Yeah,
it is. Yeah,
I will say the third one also has a movie room. I just can't wait to use. I would be using that with you guys if you came over.
That's pretty cool.
They have like a full like projector room that you can rent out.
You can like reserve it or something. Or
can you plug in like game consoles?
Yeah, you can plug in your Switch, play like Smash Bros.
Fuck yeah!
Yeah, I know they probably just have that to sell you.
What's that kitchen game? The kitchen game on the Switch.
Overcooked.
That's Overcooked on a gigantic screen.
Yeah, but yeah.
I think some solid options, and I imagine you have a couple more as well. But
we do. I think we're gonna keep it to those 3 though. That should be. We'll definitely keep it to those 3. I think. Yeah.
I would never pick a favorite, because
something
if you go to book
wrong.
it and it's like no more rooms, then you get disappointed.
I think those are 3 solid options, and I really don't think they'll all be taken by the time we go to like try to sign something. But Yeah, we have backups. We have number fours, number fives, but yeah. So another thing I wanted to share about this whole apartment thing. I don't know how to explain this unless I like dox myself. So if we do end up cutting this, that's fine. But essentially, you know how you can. How do I do this without doxing myself? I really don't know. I might just go for it. You know how you can like feel a little more ill where I'm at because of the nature of the place.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Do you understand like how you get more ill?
Yeah.
So,
doesn't affect. I didn't have the issue last time I was there, but
yeah, I didn't either. But I had that issue this time. And here's the thing: me and Carly went out with her friends Friday night. I drank more than I usually do. All right, that's the first issue,
which is going to affect you more.
Yeah. So I got way more hungover. I woke up drunk, and I never wake up drunk, like ever. I woke up and I'm like, dude, I'm not hungover at all. This is magic. But then Carly's like, you are stumbling around, like just getting into the shower. And I'm like, uh-oh. So I was drunk. I come off my drunkenness, like kind of on my way to our first tour, because we toured Friday and Saturday. So like 5 tours each day. And yeah, I start not feeling good at all. I'm like, I need ibuprofen. I need water. I start drinking water. We do our first couple apartment tours, but like we're also out in the sun. We're birding around the whole city. 20-minute bird rides.
Oh wow.
I'm in a tank top with shorts, and I'm just like, the sun's beating down. It's like 98, so it's getting to that point where the wind blows, and it's like
probably humid.
It's heating my body up when the wind blows, and I just start like going into shock. Like we go to this one little market.
You're going to like the drunk shock? Yeah.
No. Well, not drunk shock. I'm like, I think I'm sober at this point, but I'm in the market basically, and I try to order food, and I'm like,
it's like hungover with the sun. It's like not good.
Yeah, I'm like, Carla, I literally can't eat this. I cannot eat it. Like I literally tried to eat it, and I'm like, I'm gonna throw up if I eat it. So that's problem number one. We keep going. I get some juice. I try to drink it. We go to the next apartment. I'm literally like, okay, at this point, it's getting like bad. I'm like,
oh man,
I'm like dizzy, really dizzy. I'm having like heart palpitations, I think is what it's called. It's when you feel
heart
like
palpitations.
Where you can feel your heart going. No, palpitations are like when your heart beats off.
Okay, so when I could like feel my heart beat out of my chest, I'm like starting to freak out because I'm like, am I like going into heat stroke? Like I was like,
why didn't you just stop? Why don't you go back to the hotel or something?
This is what I did. I was legitimately freaking out. I was like, Carly, I have to go to urgent care. I literally, and I don't know how to explain this.
It's like you've never been hungover before.
No, I don't know how to explain this because I legitimately thought that something was wrong. I was so frightened in that moment with my heart beating and like being really dizzy, and like I felt like I was gonna pass out, and I don't know why. I was like really anxious too. I don't know why. I have no idea why. I usually don't get anxious, but I was feeling extremely anxious. I'm like, Carly, I need to go to the urgent care. So we literally went to the urgent care.
That's crazy.
And I got checked out.
I
literally got full urgent care checked out. Got the whole EKG, everything. I thought I was like nervous. I was like, if this heat stroke, I gotta prevent this. I'm like, I gotta prevent this now. I don't know why I thought it was so bad.
Paranoid.
But but yeah, that happened, and
Did you get crossed or something like that?
I didn't get crossed. No. I just got really, really drunk. I think I woke up drunk, was hungover, was in the sun all day. So I was hungover, I was in the sun all day, and then that had that extra debuff that I was telling you guys about all at the same time.
Extra debuff.
Extra debuff.
I think after a month of living there, though, you get used to it.
Oh, yeah, I think it'd be fine. But man, I don't know. Or sun poisoning, maybe? I don't know.
I mean, sun poisoning is,
you guys have you
see it on your skin.
You never had that before? Like you never
like sun poisoning?
No, just like what you were experiencing.
No,
you never had that before.
Hangover. I have never felt that way before. I've never felt.
You've never had a bad hangover?
I feel like I've had a bad hangover, but I was like literally about to pass out, having anxiety, and like my heart was beating out of its chest. I was like nervous and shaking.
That's a bad hangover.
Yeah, I mean, like, it happens to me before, but without the anxious part, because I'm like, I know it's because I'm hungover.
Well, now I know. I guess now I know.
Yeah.
Like that's what the doctor was like. Are you anxious? I'm like, I'm not usually anxious. I don't know. Maybe. I mean, I am apartment searching.
No, you're not. You're not very anxious. No.
But yeah,
that's crazy though.
And then going back to the health insurance thing, I don't technically have health insurance, so I will have to pay for that out of pocket. It shouldn't be a lot of money. But
dude, did you get an EKG? That's gonna cost you a lot of money.
I looked it up, and it's like I thought it was only like $300. That's like the one thing. If it's like $1,000, then yeah, I'm gonna like sign up for the health insurance and bill my insurance provider. But that can work. If anyone says I'm done for that, I've done the research. You can retroactively sign up and then bill your insurance company. Confirmed. I am not an idiot.
That's exactly what I was thinking. I just don't want to say it out. I'm like,
I can do it.
Yeah.
It is
not an idiot. Just gaming the system. We're good.
Just gaming the system like I love to do, apparently. So
yes, that actually is kind of true. You do love to game the system.
But yeah, that's my story. I mean, it was fun. Met a lot of cool people out. I mean, yeah, there's a lot of cool people out there. And it'll be fun. So yeah, I don't know. We're like, again, we're kind of like at number one, but for some reason I have this like might be like
I just laughed at the video that Colton sent. It was like 1:30 in the morning,
bro.
Where it was.
Yeah,
it's just
was
like
that
in
the
this
night
like
that you were in
bar,
yeah, that was the night I was gone.
It's just like he and Carly dancing, and he turns over and like I looked at the place he was at. Cool, right? It was kind of like a chill kind of nightclub, I guess you could call it. But there's like two dudes just talking like somehow. Like in the middle of it, like they're having like a philosophical discussion,
conversation.
Yeah,
like in the middle of just, I'm like,
what's going on, man? I gotta say, the music. Do you guys hear the music? It was like chill, like really laid back club music, and I was like vibing to the max with that. I was like, this is so good.
That's probably because you're wasted.
Yeah, dude. I need to find that playlist because like
which place was this closest to?
Like apartment wise.
Oh
yeah.
Oh, it was pretty far from most of it. It was closest to number. It's probably equal distance actually from number 1 and number 2. Equal distance.
Okay, and far opposite side of the city from
pretty much
See,
like double the distance to option 3. Yeah.
Personally, it doesn't matter to me if I'm like far away. As long as I'm at like 30 minutes away, 10, 15, 20 minutes away via car. Is like the perfect distance for me,
and we wouldn't have to worry about that. Yeah,
I just don't. I don't want to walk anywhere. Like the from my apartment, like where I'm currently at. There's nothing here. I can only walk to my gym, which is a big bonus.
Yeah,
but like I don't want to walk to the bar from here,
really?
or anything like that.
But the bar walking is so fun. You can get drunk and walk home.
I think the bar walking is definitely you have a metro stop though, so it's same difference. Like as long as there's like a.
You're not going to have, unless you have a good public transportation system, you're just not going to be able to recapture the feeling of your college town where you can just walk to the bar, and be totally fine.
Hey, man.
It's just going to be...
Don't give me copium. Don't give me the copium. Or wait,
it's just not going to be as great, I think. Yeah,
I want that. I want that so bad.
I just don't think you're going to find it unless you move to a college town.
Yeah, you say I should just move to the university nearby. Yeah,
that's a great idea. I'm just trying to say, I'm like... Personally, that's like my perspective.
Yeah.
I'm sure there exists exceptions, but
yeah.
But I was looking I'm totally fine just Ubering, or if there happens to be a metro, I'll take that sometimes. But I wouldn't even prefer to take the metro. Like, I just would prefer to drive it or Uber it.
It's funny you say that, Sean. I was actually looking at the university area close to where Colton is, or one of them.
Yeah,
because it's slightly cheaper and also it is and also you look left right, you don't have a ton of big tall buildings there, but you have the vibe of like, oh, it's a college town. I can go to the bar. Now, the downside is that you're dealing with a lot of college kids, which I don't know, it feels weird now, like being an adult.
Yeah,
because I feel as a college kid, you were never really an adult, even though you technically were.
Yeah,
we haven't changed too much facial wise though from college. I could
vibe.
But as but like mentality wise, I feel like I've changed.
Yeah,
like now that I have a job, it's like it's a complete different mentality.
It's fellow kids, students. I could blend in.
Yeah, right. Exactly. Yeah,
about as good as I did at parties before. You know, like
you just say like you're an RA. Party person. You're an RA, or you're doing your PhD. That's like you could be 35.
Dude, grad students are huge partiers.
Yeah, all I gotta do is shave, and then I'll like look like a 18-year-old. It'll be fine.
I'll just never grow a beard as I cannot do and continually cannot do, and I guess I'll stay looking.
Maybe one day, Colton,
I
surprise us with a beard.
I thought by 25 I'd be growing a beard. I'm pretty sure my older brother was able to grow a beard by 25. I'm not growing any.
Does your dad have a beard?
Yeah, he has a beard.
Yeah,
I should get it sometime, but I might not get it till I'm 40. So, all right.
Honestly, you're saving quite a bit on, on costs and time.
Yeah.
I don't. But yeah, your genetics, right? May prevent you.
They're crazy.
Yeah, that's fine. It's not the worst thing. I wish I could grow a beard, but whatever.
Yeah, you wish you had the option.
Yeah, I wish I had the option.
Yeah.
But I guess I don't have to.
I feel that.
I guess it's like I don't shave for 4 days. It's like whatever, I don't really have to worry about it.
Yeah.
You should just grow the mustache out though, because you have a bit of peach fuzz up there.
Apparently, right? Apparently that's in. Our mustaches back in? I think that's in.
Mustaches are in after Top Gun. Top Gun,
that's what everyone says.
Mustaches possible.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is the coolest shit now because everyone had a fucking mustache in that.
Yeah. I could try it. Maybe I'll do No Shave November this year. I could probably get a decent mustache this year for No Shave November. So
I did that. The last time I did that, I had a beard.
You had a full beard. Yeah.
And you had like a massive beard.
Yeah. It got long.
That's the thing is, I have to trim like the sides because everywhere else it just goes poof out.
Yeah. I've done like a 180, I guess, or 360, some odd, a combination of like how long I grew my beard out when I was in college.
Yeah.
Because it was like a final semester of the thing. So my graduation pictures, I have this massive beard. Our Japan trip, I have this massive beard. And at first, and at the time, I was like, "This is great."
You had short hair too. You had really short hair at the time, right?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then after that, like a couple months later, I'm like, "That was stupid. Why did I not like trim my beard for all that?" And now I've gone full circle. I'm like, "Yeah, that's awesome." I'm glad I just had it for those pictures because it's kind of funny.
Dude, that's how I'm with like the long hair. So I'm going to a wedding right next weekend.
Yeah.
And I'm like, all these pictures, like. You've met my cousin before, right? Who's going to the same wedding, and she has like really short hair, right? Like my hair is going to be longer than hers, and I'm just like at this wedding in like a full suit and shit like that. I'm like, it's kind of funny, and like all the pictures are from it. I'm going to shave, obviously, or not shave, but trim off the beard.
Yeah.
I'd keep a beard for wedding.
Nah, I'm trimming it off.
No, wow, interesting.
Because where I'm going, they don't have beards. No one has beards there.
That's true.
Really?
Really?
Yeah.
I guess it is true. Yeah, I don't really remember.
I don't know where you're going, but should I know where you're going?
You know where I'm going.
Genetics.
Oh, I know where you're going. Yep. Yeah. Never mind. Mind. Oh,
you know where I'm going.
That's a whole thing.
They don't have. It's like culturally, it's not a beard thing. So.
I forget you're going on.
Yeah, that is one thing I do.
I'm going overseas. I'm not specifying where.
Yeah, I forgot. I just forgot. It was happening, and okay.
Yeah, I do wish I had known that for when I went to Japan, because if I had known that, I probably would have shaved off my beard before going to Japan. Oh, because they're also not a beard.
Yeah, they're
thing,
Yeah, they're not really into beards over there, I guess.
Yeah, I probably would have done that, but
you probably had a longer beard than a lot of them have ever seen, just because like. Us, our genes.
You're like the opposite of the person, because you have ginger hair, or a ginger beard at least.
Yeah.
And you're completely pale, like waist.
I stood out. Pasty white. 100% stood out wherever I walked.
You're wearing shorts and a tank top. No Japanese man ever wears shorts and a tank top.
Hey man, we're
but
styling.
at the same time, I kind of like that. Like,
we're styling.
You were 100%
gaijin. Massive drip, man.
I was the one trying to blend in. I hadn't still had my beard, but I was like wearing I remember
you weren't blending in at all though.
I mean, I'm a white guy.
Yeah, for I was wearing my freaking. I was like my freaking Japan's capris things, like that the lounge.
You were also wearing a tank top.
Yeah.
Where I was wearing. I remember when we were walking through Asakusa, I was wearing a my button up rolled up with the sleeves rolled up and like jeans.
Sure.
Which obviously they're not wearing jeans over there, but still.
Let's don't roll up their button ups. Like
that's true. Yeah.
You're still standing out.
Yeah. And that's when I got interviewed. I remember that because that's when I got interviewed by the one
That's
TV
true.
crew.
You did get interviewed by.
Oh yeah.
I gotta find that sometime because I thought it was really funny. I'm like,
man,
that's
I wish.
I wish they probably never aired it, but
I want to get interviewed next time I go over there.
Yeah,
I liked helping those kids pass their grades, pass their exams. Hey, can we ask you some questions?
Awesome.
Yeah, when we were in Nara.
Yeah, that was awesome. I felt like such a aid to society.
Yeah.
Yes, I am the benevolent American.
Yes, I am a traveler, and I do speak English. Thank you very much. Ask your questions.
How did you know?
Surprise.
Yeah.
Yeah. You know what I should have done? I should have like started speaking Spanish to him.
Oh, that would have been so funny. Yeah, for those who don't know, the listeners who don't know, I think all of us were asked at some point by Japanese school students if we could speak English. Then I think they were tasked with a school assignment to ask us questions in English and then write down our responses at like different tourist destinations. So it was fun. Yeah. It was fun to converse with them. It was cute, I guess. Because some of them were like high school, some of them were like elementary or middle school looking. So they are like, it was just fun. It was a good time.
It was hilarious.
Yes.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like we've spent so much time on my topic.
Yeah.
We never even got to the topic I was going to talk about, which is a lot. But I mean, if you guys still want to talk about it.
I mean, we could always save it for next time.
Yeah. Yeah. Sorry, Mike. I kind of hijacked the episode, but we'll definitely.
It's fine. It's a great episode.
You can run this next episode too, I guess.
Or you can run it and I just take it over.
Just take it over. Yeah.
Just like you did this one.
Trade offer.
Trade offer. Yeah. I host.
Wait. Even better. Just dub in. Just do the intro and dub it in like that. You're the host this time.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I like how we totally got. Our host system has like totally gotten off since AX because like AX there's like this clusterfuck of who's the host and we decided like whatever. It's like
rambled.
Roll the dice.
Yeah.
That was hilarious.
Good stuff, mates. Good stuff.
Dude, will you ever air the stream we can't air because we're too fucking wasted to actually
our
do
first special?
Yeah, make it
our first special.
Make it a goal.
Honestly, I listened to a little bit and we're not that bad.
I'd say
until like the end where I just start giggling like a fucking maniac, and then I literally just pass out. I literally just go.
I say make that like 1,000 subscribers on YouTube. You know, we might not hit that. I don't know. We're very far away from hitting that. If that's a thing,
something.
If people want to hear it, make that the goal or something. I don't know.
That'd be hilarious.
1,000 subscribers on YouTube or 1,000 like
to edit it still like.
yeah. So
edit out all my swearing.
Edit out all my.
No, that's fine. It's just the
you just be bleeping my entire.
It's like.
Yeah, that's true. If we ever want to monetize things ever, Michael is not. You're gonna have to edit the podcast then because I'm not gonna go through it.
It's fine. I mean, plenty of YouTubers swear. It's just
yeah, but but YouTube's AdSense won't work on it unless you censor all your swearing.
You have to do that
seriously.
Yeah.
So a lot of the podcasts that I watch, they just don't make ad revenue on YouTube.
Yeah.
Wow.
Because they don't have to.
Because they'll have sponsorships usually. So or Patreons or whatnot.
Oh, that's sad.
Yeah.
Man, but what we should do is have like Patreon sub, like make the silver tier like these extra podcasts, but then the gold tier, the platinum tier is like the videos we shoot at these rambunctious events.
Oh god,
like the one where you.
That's true. I did record all of those.
Yeah, like you could like when we're dancing while Mike's sleeping, like that would be pretty funny. That would be pretty funny. $10 a month.
I need to send me that video because I don't think I have that.
I sent it in Signal.
Oh, you did? Okay.
Yeah,
all right, I'll take a look at it.
Yeah.
Because I just want
Michael just passed out on the couch. Colton and I just like
we're really going hard. It's just a good time. Yeah.
Oh man.
That's why, dude. Alcohol just makes me sleepy eventually, unless it's like hard stuff. That's like then I'll go hard. But otherwise like, I think we're drinking a wine that night. I'm like,
oh, we still got to do that episode. Well, maybe next time I'm host or next time Sean you're host, we can do that episode. But
yeah,
I want to do that.
What the full bottle of wine?
Drink a full bottle of wine and then talk about something. I don't know what we'll talk about, but
oh boy, if we do that, let's not do that on a Sunday.
Yikes! Yeah, we should do that on a Saturday if we're all free or something. Yeah,
or
Stay
Friday
tuned,
night,
gamers.
Like
but yeah. Thank you, fellas.
For another special coming in soon.
Yeah. Thank you, fellas, for helping me with my apartment search. I appreciate your opinions.
Yeah,
it's exciting.
I'm really excited. I want to have you guys over ASAP. I want you guys to be there
I'll fly
before
over.
I'm there. Yeah.
Oh, same. Yeah. It was a long weekend.
I think it would be a close flight for both of us.
Yeah.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
I'm not sure how long your flight was to get from where you are to the apartment.
To where I'm going.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But I imagine it'd still be a pretty short flight.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Yeah.
It's pretty painless.
And if it's short flight, it's pretty cheap.
Small John over there. Yeah. It was my first time taking Frontier, actually. It was not sketchy. Recommend it.
And with a short flight like that, like I'll fly Spirit. That's not too bad. Well, maybe not because I'll follow the air, but like I'll do the cheapest possible thing, and then
you fly Southwest.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah. That sounds good.
All you need is carry on anyway for a short.
It's also easy weekend.
Yeah, it's an easy weekend.
Labor Day. We could do Labor Day since we're originally going to have plans during Labor Day.
I do have Labor Day.
You guys will have to help me move in because I think I am moving in that weekend.
Oh, seriously?
Heck yeah, I'll help you move in.
I mean, we have move guys helping us move in, so we can just go do whatever while they're moving in for us.
Perfect. Yeah. Oh, isn't Carly's company paying for that, or is it your company paying for that?
My company's paying for it. So.
Oh, that's nice.
But yeah, you could just hang out. We can do our thing. We can explore the area because we have a lot of exploring to do, so we can do that.
Yeah.
Easily.
Yeah, I'll look it up.
When's Labor Day? It's next month.
Yeah.
That's so exciting.
Month. That is exciting.
Down.
Yeah.
Sick.
It's 3-day weekend. We just fly out there. I'd fly out there Friday night.
In-person podcast version 2.
Look at this live
planning.
What do we call this? Live
decision making.
Gosh darn it! Why can't I think?
Sean's trying to get the
live planning.
Yeah.
We'll get you the Roomba.
Oh yeah, moving gift.
The housewarming gift is a Roomba.
Yeah, I know you'll need it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Speaking
of gifts, $3,000 Roomba.
Yeah. Yeah. Right.
What is it? The Supersonic Ultramax.
Yeah, you guys
V8
pull your money
type deal.
Yeah.
Pull your money together and then get me that $1,000 Roomba. Yeah. I would appreciate it. I'd love it. Yeah, I'll use it.
So we're gonna show up
as long as you buy one for us too.
Yeah.
Hamster.
A hamster.
Yeah.
Show up with
I'll look at stuff and then it should be cheap flight out there and we can all hang out and get drunk and spend some time.
Yeah.
Just make sure to have the couch ready by then. That way we can crash on it if need be.
As long as the moving guys.
Well, the movers are moving it in, dude.
Yeah,
I don't know if it's gonna be ready.
They better be ready. You can.
Is it seriously Labor Day weekend is when they're moving it?
Depends. Hope it might actually. It'll be like the 3rd or the 6th because Labor Day weekend's on the 5th. So it'll either be we'll either be sleeping on hardwood floors, all of us, like me and Carly, or we'll not. It's just up to chance.
Huh?
I'm pretty sure I have to go into work on the 6th, so I have to be there no matter what, anyways.
Fuck.
Fun.
Yeah. Well, Mike, you want to outro us?
Yeah. Well, thank you for listening to Almost a Podcast.
He's like, yeah.
See you guys.
He's does nothing.
Thank you for listening to Almost a Podcast.
Yeah. We love you all.
Please, follow, like, and subscribe. We love you all. Thanks for listening.
I don't love all of you. I only love 5 of you.
Yeah. 6 of you, maybe.
My 5 children.
My 5.
Yes.
My 5.
You know who you are.
And one day we'll get there.
One day we'll get there, guys. Bye. Have a good time. Gamers.